Hey there Cinephiles, and welcome back to another video. I'm Robbie and this is Chris, our latest addition to Cinephiles, who'll be joining us whenever he can to give his opinion on movies and what he loves, what he doesn't love. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, as Robbie said, my name is Chris. How's it going? I'm a writer, producer / musician, and write a lot of scripts. Also producing a short film at the moment, so I'm more of a film lover, I guess you could say. Tend to love the classic films a lot more than the more modernised sort of films. So, big fan of all the great directors, Ridley Scott, David Fincher, James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese. So I love the greats, man.
Nice. Yeah. So Chris will be joining us whenever he can, and today we're reviewing Geostorm for our first one together. We got to catch it last night, latest big disaster film.
Yes.
So let's see what we thought of the movie.
We'll see if it was actually a disaster.
Hear the music.
Senate committee will now hear from Jacob Lawson, Climate ISS Chief Coordinator. May the record reflect that he was nearly 1 hour late.
Yeah, sorry about that. I literally had to fly in from outer space.
Thanks to a system of satellites, natural disasters have become a thing of the past. We can control our weather.
There's potential for catastrophic weather events on a global scale. A geostorm.
Geostorm was directed by Dean Devlin and it stars Gerard Butler, Jim Sturgis, Abby Cornish, Andy Garcia, and Ed Harris.
Yep.
Plot-wise,
there is a plot in this one.
Yeah, kind of.
Somewhat. Yeah, so we'll go through. No spoilers, obviously. Okay, so we meet up with Gerard Butler's character, who designed this incredible space station to protect the Earth, because what's happening is the Earth is dying from all these sort of natural disasters, floods and tornadoes and all sorts of crazy stuff. So the space station is essentially built to protect the people of Earth. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, cool. I think that's pretty right, yeah. There's basically problems with the space station. Things aren't going so well, then Gerald Butler's character is essentially brought in to fix the problems that happen.
Yeah, and he's pretty much trying to fix it before a worldwide global catastrophe takes place.
That's right,
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I found, because it's pitched as a disaster movie, I found it more kind of like a science fiction action movie than an actual disaster movie. Did you?
Yeah, I thought so too. Absolutely, yeah.
If you're going in expecting like 2012, Day After Tomorrow, you're not really going to get that. The disaster scenes aren't really extensive.
Yeah, it's got those elements of it, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it does try to do a few different things with the plot. Whether it works or it doesn't is another matter entirely.
So, did you think it worked?
In some ways, yes. I actually really enjoyed the setup of the movie. And the introduction to Gerald's character is very cool. He's got a really cool introduction, where he's standing outside the courthouse and it's like, dude, he's talking to this officer. It's like, dude, if you need anything, sort of let me know. And then he just looks at his tie and grabs his tie, off him and things like that. And I thought, that's really cool. And he's kind of a guy who does his own thing. He's a little bit of a rogue, sort of plays by his own rules. I liked all that sort of stuff. But then I sort of felt, as the movie went along, I don't know if it was me getting more fed up with the film, or whether the script was actually just getting dumber.
Yeah, see, because I was kind of feeling the same thing, where the first half hour I was pretty impressed with what I was seeing.
Yep.
Like I wasn't I wasn't expecting just dumb action, pretty much.
Yeah, I was expecting dumb action.
Which, what do you kind of expect from these kind of movies? You're not expecting an award-winning script or anything. You just want just crazy action. And so when the first half hour or so wasn't so much built on action, it was more built on characters. I was quite surprised by that, and I thought the script was, to a certain level, quite smart.
Yep.
and then once things start happening and the disasters start occurring,
Yep.
then it dips down into predictable, corny dialogue.
Yep. Olympus has fallen in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what it becomes.
Yeah.
The first half hour reminded me a lot of Day After Tomorrow, which I thought was quite cleverly written for a film of that type.
Yep. Absolutely.
And then it just went off course, and I still had a ton of fun with it. Like, visually, it was great fun.
Yeah, I thought some of the visuals were cool, but did you find the space stuff to be a little bit hokey? Like, particularly when Gerald's Cutler... I can't say his name. Gerard. Yeah, he's cool. I like you, Gerard. You're cool. But he's like outside and he's in peril, right? And it turns into gravity. Like that split sort of second. Yeah. Yeah, and I just kind of felt like it was just a cheap imitation. Like, was it just me, or were those effects really rushed where it didn't look great?
I thought it was a mix of, same with the disaster scenes, of really fantastic effects and then really just low budget, almost straight to TV effects.
Yeah, oh absolutely, yeah, for sure.
The tornado scenes, the initial bit of the tornado was riveting and really cool.
I liked the tornado, I liked the tidal wave and the beach, and there's like those people getting frozen and stuff like that. I thought that's all really cool. That's working for me.
And the kind of like, not lava, but like the molten fire coming out from underneath the road, that was pretty cool sequence as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That was all really cool. Actually, I like the eggs. Did you get the reference with the eggs?
Yes, yeah. That was awesome.
So cool. So cool.
Awesome.
I'm like, I get that. That was awesome.
We won't say what the reference is, just for those of you who want to see that haven't seen the movie yet. It's a fun little thing. If you can pick up what it is.
Yeah. Should we spoil? I don't think we should spoil it. Though.
No.
We shouldn't spoil it.
No.
But if you're a film lover, you'll get that.
Definitely,
and that for me, it gets extra points simply for that quick shot. It's fantastic.
So I mean, all the actors were good. Jim Sturgis, I thought, was very good. He was a standout for me, I thought, even more so than Gerard Butler. Yeah. Because I thought the movie was more on his shoulders than anyone else.
Right. Yeah.
Andy Garcia was good. He doesn't really appear much, but he's good.
Yeah.
Ed Harris, I thought, was a bit wasted in it.
He doesn't really have much to do. You know, he's introduced as this character, and you're like, right, he's going to have a part to play later in the plot, and of course he does. Yeah. No spoilers, obviously. But he doesn't really have anything to do with the role.
And once you see it, you'll see what we mean, where he does have a crucial bit to do with the plot, but he's just not given anything to do with that.
Yeah,
really.
Absolutely.
It just kind of comes and goes. And you're like, okay, so you're building up to nothing, pretty much.
Building up to nothing. Yeah. And it's a bit of a letdown. That's kind of where the script kind of derailed a bit for me as well. And unfortunately, like, Gerard has got some really terrible lines.
He does.
In there, and like,
thankfully Gerard knows how to deliver terrible lines, but they're still terrible.
They're still terrible. It's like, millions of people will die, and one of them is my daughter, you know. And I'm like, oh man, that borders on schlock.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things where they say very obvious stuff, and it's like, you know, if we don't stop this, the world's going to end. And like, no shit, the world's going to end.
We get it. And they're talking about all these things, and it's like, we get it, we're on board, but they talk to us like we're idiots.
Yeah, they don't need to keep just bashing us over the head with it over every single scene.
Stop it, Hollywood.
So,
stop it.
I mean, this movie could have gone either way, really.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like middle ground, I think.
Yeah.
The director is Dean Devlin, and he was produced on Independence Day movies.
Yep.
On both Independence Day movies, so it really could have gone either way. Because Independence Day 1 was fantastic.
Yep.
Independence Day 2 was horrible.
Yes.
So I was like, well, which one's it going to be? And it's a bit of both, to be honest.
Somewhere in the middle there, I think. Yeah.
So
yeah, you could call it Geostorm Independence Day if you like.
So, I mean, if you're after just fun action, you know, and you got After Him to Kill, go see it. Don't expect really a disaster. If you're after a disaster film, like we said, don't really go for that.
You're not going to get as much of that as you would like if you particularly like those movies. It's in there, and what you see is pretty cool. But I think, to its credit, at least the film felt like it didn't drag. It actually moved pretty quickly.
It was pretty tightly paced, which was good. There was no drag. There was no like dips in concentration. I thought I was pretty engaged with the entire time. Just So,
it's a meh. So a new rating system, meh.
No. Cool. So out of 5 stars, what are you giving it?
I'm gonna go with 2.5 stars.
2.5?
2.5 out of 5.
I'm gonna go with 3 stars for Geostorm.
3 stars.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful
Alright guys, well that's it for another video. Those are our thoughts on Geostorm. What did you guys think of it? Leave your comments down below. What you thought of the movie, and also what's your favourite disaster movie if you guys have one. If you like what you saw, please subscribe down below as well.
Yep.
And we've got plenty more content coming out. We've got some Halloween specials coming out. We'll be reviewing the entire Scream franchise, so very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, Scream rocks.
Yeah, definitely does. Chris will be joining us for those ones as well. A lot more movies, movie reviews and other videos in the future. Until then, I'm Robbie.
I'm Chris.
And we'll see you at
See
the
you at the
movies.
movies.